I lay each one down at your feet. Every moment of my wandering never changes what you see. I've tried to win this war, I confess. My hands are weary, I need your rest. Mighty warrior, king of the fight. No matter what I face, you're by my side. When you don't move the mountains, I'm needing you to move. When you don't part the waters, I wish I could walk through. When you don't give the answers as I cry out to you, I will trust, I will trust, I will trust in you. Truth is, you know what tomorrow brings. There's not a day ahead you have not seen. So in all things, be my life and breath. I want what you want, Lord, and nothing less. When you don't move the mountains, I'm needing you to move. When you don't part the waters, I wish I could walk through. When you don't give the answers as I cry out to you, I will trust, I will trust, I will trust in you. I will trust in you. You are my strength and comfort. You are my steady hand. You are my firm foundation, the rock on which I stand. Your ways are always higher. Your plans are always good. There's not a place where I'll go you've not already stood. When you don't move the mountains, I'm needing you to move. When you don't part the waters, I wish I could walk through. When you don't give the answers as I cry out to you, I will trust, I will trust, I will trust in you. I will trust in you. I will trust in you.
Good day to everyone. As we all know, time is of the essence because time is gold. As teachers, we value time, especially the time for learning. No time must be wasted for the sake of our learners. That is why the Department of Education strives to ensure that the learning continues despite the adversities brought by the pandemic, the deadly COVID-19 virus. In our role as catalysts of change, honesty is also given importance and emphasis. We usually see the signages in schools that tells us honesty is the best policy. If we simplify the value of honesty, then we are setting a good example not just for our learners, but also to the school and to the community where we exist. So today, as we celebrate the Watch Month as one of the flagship programs of DepEd, I hope that we will still continue to be the models of time, consciousness, and honesty within ourselves, and in the community, and of course in the schools. Let us work hand in hand to promote this advocacy for the betterment of our society. Thank you. Para sa bata, para sa bayan.
Good day to everyone. A famous cliche tells us that time is as precious as gold. This cliche is applicable in our lives in general, but more importantly, it must also be applied in our professions as teachers. As we involve ourselves in the teaching learning process, our time must be spent wisely, focusing on the learning of our students. We must be able to set the example by being on time in starting our lessons, submission of reports, and of course in coming to school. I believe this is one of the qualities that a teacher must possess, the quality of being a good time manager. Along with good time management, honesty is also another virtue that we must also possess. In a world where chaos, violence, and scams are blatantly observed, honesty is a virtue that might change the world, and it must start in ourselves, in our lives. So today, as we celebrate the Project Watch Month, I hope that as teachers, we will be able to value these qualities, teach them to our children, our students, so that we will not just pass on knowledge, but also good values that will make them better leaders in the future. Mabuhay ang kabataang Pilipino. Mabuhay tayong mga guro. On behalf of our school principal, Marisol of Abona, I am Jadel A. Tinaha, Secondary School Teacher 2, Marilog High School of Agriculture. We advocate time consciousness and honesty. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. I'm Renalyn C. Pagasi-an, Watch Coordinator of Marilog High School of Agriculture. I'm glad to inform that our school continues to advocate Project Watch activities and uphold in instilling values to our teachers, students, and parents in terms of time consciousness and honesty. This year's theme, Instilling the Culture of Honesty and Time Consciousness Amidst Pandemic, serves us to continue cultivating the culture of time consciousness and honesty despite from the challenges we're experiencing due to pandemic. This will not be the hindrance in upholding those values. We as teachers are supposed to be role models to our students, parents, and to the community as well. Indeed, the concept of being honest and being on time in binding the very basic values of our children is very important. Being honest isn't always the easiest thing, but it's often the right thing and the important thing, especially at work. We as leaders are responsible for creating the culture we want to see. That means we have to be honest if we want students to be honest. As leaders, we're the ones who set the tone for our institution culture. All change starts with us. Furthermore, time value is most important in life. Everyone has to respect and understand the time value because time can give the reaction of evil as well as good. Some persons understand the meaning and importance of life, so let us learn to enjoy every minute of our life. Be happy now. Don't wait for something outside of yourself to make you satisfied in the future. Think of how precious is the time you have to spend. Whether it's at work or with your family, every minute should be enjoyed and savored. Thank you very much. God bless us all.
CEO of a very successful company was about to retire. It was time for him to leave his seat and choose a successor. But he didn't want his children to take his position. He decided that he will choose a young executive from the company for the job. So, he called all the young executives to a meeting. "I have decided to choose one of you," the CEO said to the employees. Everyone was shocked by the decision. The CEO continued, "I am going to give a seed to each one of you today. This seed is very special. Every seed is of different plants. I want you to plant the seed and water it. After 1 year, on the same date, I will see what you have grown from the seed. I will choose the next CEO of the company that day. after judging the plants that you're gonna bring to me. There was an employee named Bill. Just like everyone else, Bill was super excited. He went home with the seed and told his wife everything. The couple started watering the seed in a pot. Days went by. Everyone in the office was bragging about how their plants have grown. But Bill was silent. His seeds were not growing. But Bill didn't stop watering the seeds. While everyone else's plants grew tall and beautiful, Bill's seed was dead. Bill was embarrassed by the result. After 1 year, the day arrived when the next CEO of the company would be chosen. Bill didn't want to bring his empty pot to the office. But his wife insisted him to be honest and take the empty pot to the office. When Bill arrived at the office, everyone had beautiful and colorful trees on their desks. Bill entered the room with the empty pot. His colleagues started laughing at him and mocking him. When the CEO entered the room, everyone presented their trees. But Bill was standing at the back with the empty pot. He was feeling devastated. The CEO noticed the empty pot in Bill's hand and asked him to come forward. He asked Bill why his pot was empty. Bill told everything honestly. All the other employees started laughing upon hearing the story. Bill was terrified. He thought he was about to be fired. The CEO said, "Ladies and gentlemen, I present you the next CEO of our company. His name is Bill." Everyone was shocked. One employee shouted, "But he couldn't even grow the plant." The CEO continued, "Exactly 1 year ago, on this day, I had given you all boiled seeds, which couldn't be planted. Every one of you changed the seeds and replaced with another, just to show that you were successful. Only Bill was the honest one who stayed true." The whole room went quiet. Bill was not embarrassed anymore. But his colleagues were. The CEO taught the executives an important lesson. If you plant honesty, you will reap trust.
Somehow